In by the channel. It's okay over here. My name is Vanessa. Stop in, you all. Click it. Come on into the channel. Let's talk about it. Chew it up a little bit, just a little bit. I'm not going to be on here long. Want to just comment on what happened here. And I offer my condolences to the families of those who lost their lives in this plane crash, a very unfortunate event here. But I want to comment on this statement that President Trump made when he was communicating with the reporter. And you are going to hear the audio here. I want to play a little bit of it.
We have a lot of competent people in this country.
Have you spoken to any of the families of the victims of the plane crash?
I don't want to comment on that.
Do you have a plan to go visit the site or meet with any of the
I have a
first
plan
responders?
to visit, not the site, because you tell me, what's the site? The water?
Or to meet with the
Everybody
first
go swimming?
responders down there?
I don't have a plan to do that, but I will be meeting with some people that were very badly hurt with their family member, obviously, but I'll be meeting with some of the families, yeah.
So that stirred a ruckus there. There's some people saying it's a very cold man, heartless. You have citizens who have lost their lives, and you say that you are for the people, and you're concerned about unity, and you're saying that you're not. Do you want me to go swimming? Maybe that was the heartless part that he said, do you want me to go swimming? Because I don't hear anything that was so cold and brutal about the answer he asked. She asked him a matter-of-fact question, and he gave her a matter-of-fact answer. He said, no, I don't plan on visiting. The wreckage is in the Potomac. They're still discovering bodies. To my understanding, there is no survivors. They're discovering bodies. And he don't plan on visiting. But he did not say he did not plan on not visiting the families. He said that the very last thing he said, I plan on visiting the families. But going down to the wreckage part, that's his prerogative. He's been going to other places here in the country where there's been tragedies. He's been down to Los Angeles where there's rubbish and fire victims. Now we have victims down there. We have people that are survivors. And he's been visiting these survivors. He's been down to North Carolina even during his presidency, and he's been visiting those people who actually need help. He could not visit the deceased, but they're survivors that was in North Carolina. So the man can't be everywhere. Just because he said, I don't plan on visiting the site, there's nothing to see. Other people who want to go and visit the site, go and visit the site. But still, you shouldn't get in the way of the investigation. Those people have serious work to do down there. But many people say it's a cold-hearted man. He's callous, and that's not a presidential answer. He don't care. He care about himself, and he care about other millionaires and billionaires. That's what he's in his seat for. But the average American citizen, he's not here for us. He's running migrants out of the country. Look at the steps he's taking. Do we want migrants here or don't we want migrants here? Of course. I don't hear that man say get rid of the migrants in this country. This country of the United States is built on migrants. Why wouldn't migrants be here? But he said, if you want to be here, apply. Let's get approved to be here. You can't just break in the front door and climb through. However you're going to come through, you determine how you're going to come through our house. We can't go to somebody else's house, American citizens, say we're just going to wish mostly in. Hello, we're here. We're Americans, and we're here to stay. We can't do that. No other country appreciates that and will allow that. Why would America allow that? Then you have average citizens making videos, putting them on TikTok, putting them on YouTube, putting them everywhere on different social media platforms saying there's too many people in this country, they're committing crimes and they're taking up the resources. The average American citizen, not politicians, the citizens. Saying we're suffering out here. Can somebody do something? Now that was under the past administration. So it's okay not to like the man. There's always somebody you're not going to like, but can you agree and disagree? We got a long road to go with this man. Get your seatbelt. Y'all gonna have to get your seatbelt now. I got mine. Because this is not the first time we didn't experience President Donald Trump, and you best better hold on, like going on a roller coaster ride. You like roller coaster ride for his personality. You know how this man is. He's going to be out there on X, YouTube, wherever. And you're not, hello, thank you all for coming in. And you're not going to like his personality. Did you like it the first time he was president? You know, he said some crass things. He's probably a narcissist. I don't know. He sounds like one. He just, bloop, it's coming out his mouth. But what about the man's actions? We do need to evaluate that. There's some good things he's going to do, and change is change, you all. Change is not comfortable. Anytime there's a change, implement change in your house. Put some rules in place, and you let your children or whoever's living in your house, this is the change we're going to make, you all. We need to restructure. We got to just change up some things. It's uncomfortable. Change is always uncomfortable. But at the same time, let's weed it out. Don't be so fast to run to a response. Take your time and read through the policies. See what's going on. See how you can benefit. Everything is not all bad that's being implemented. It looks crass. It looks like we're just going backwards. We're regressing. But let's just wait it out. Hear it out. See what's going to happen. Can't jump to conclusions about everything, or there's no change. He needs an opportunity. He needs to work with the community. People are volunteering to work. He said, hey, black and brown bodies, people who voted for me, I heard you. Well, let's see. Let's just see. Give him a chance. I'm not neither for him nor against him. I want to see. I'm right here, American citizens, just like you are. But I'm not ready to jump to conclusions. The man can't be everywhere. He's one person. He's his own person. But when you don't like a person, you need them to be here, be there, be over here simultaneously. Get there. I don't care what you have to do. Just get there, because you want to be catered to. You know, a lot of people say, I'm offended, but I'm offended. That offended me. Not everybody, but a lot of people who say that, examine how they move. They talk against people, whether it's their own family members, their siblings, their parents, their co-workers, their boss. They don't mind setting somebody else up for failure. They're gossips. The body say a gossip is a murderer. You're harming somebody else's NIL, their name, their image, and their likeness. But they want to put the highlights and the spotlights on somebody else. Just the rules is for you and not for me. So being easily offended, normally people who are easily offended, they're tender-hearted people. They don't harm nobody else because they consider their own feelings. I'm not going to harm you because I don't want harm to come to me. Now, that's people who are truly easily offended. Now, also, those people need to be strengthened in their conscience, because the God of your soul, the God of creation, he is for the soul, and he has to do things for the soul that the human can't do for itself. He will strengthen your conscience where you're not easily offended. But people who just say that, I'm offended. Everything is an offense. I'm offended. You offended me. And that No. They're not offended. Mostly, not all, they're ruthless, they're underhanded, and they're deceitful. They're not easily offended. Humans are not easily offended, you all. We're just not. How can you listen to some of the music that you listen to? How can you listen to some of the bad comedy that you listen to? Those people, they come for you. When you go to a comedy show, I've never been to one, but I see them on TV. I see them on YouTube. They say some pretty crass things. People are in the audience chuckling, cutting up. If you're offended, you don't go to stuff like that. Because even though it's a joke, there's truth in jokes. So we have to put on our big girl pants and our big boy pants. We're grown-ups. You're not easily offended. We got many things going on in this country. If you're offended by it, look at all these people out on this street. People are calling transits. People who are homeless. You're not offended looking at these human beings out here. Those are not roaches and rats and possums and things. Those are human beings. And you're riding by them every day. Do you give them a coat, clean water, warm food or nice food? Don't have to be warm, a good sandwich. Give them nice hygiene things to take care of themselves, because it's dangerous to bring people in your house. You don't know these people. But we're offended. The American citizens are offended. Look, you all, We got to give the man a chance. Give the man a chance. Watch what he does. Just watch what he does. We have a voice as citizens. We get to speak up. Support what you're going to support. Protest. Write letters to your congressman. Whatever avenues you need to take to have some pushback in the right way, some pushback. But just saying that man didn't go to the wreckage site. It's his prerogatives to go. He didn't say he would not visit the families. You all hit that like button if you don't mind while you're coming into the channel. Think about subscribing to the channel. It's all right over here. I'm not interested in coddling people's emotions. I'm interested in respecting people. And a respectful conversation can have a disagreeable conversation. We're grown-ups. Have a disagreeable conversation and still not fall out with a person and use the word hate. I hate her. I hate him. Whoever the person is, whether it's your supervisor, your boss, your co-worker, your family members, why you hate them? Because they disagree with you? Well, we out here, y'all. He ain't going to that wreckage site. But he did not say he would not visit those family members who lost their loved ones. My condolences to the family members. That's a very horrible thing. There's a lot of information still being discovered. We're going to hear about a lot more that's to come. He said something about, what was that in another press conference? That we have to do better going forward with our DEI hires. Oh boy, people wigged out about that. You saying the pilots was DEI? What? I didn't hear him say that the pilot was DEI. He just said going forward, we need to be careful about DEI hires. It don't mean that people are not qualified either, but my understanding of eliminating the DEI procedures or the hiring and the recommendations for hire is let's hire people on their merit. You know, we want to say the people who are minorities, we say, well, Martin Luther King had a dream that one day we will not be judged by the color of our skin, get this stammering tongue together, but by the content of our character. So to my understanding, the DEI is eliminating that, taking all of those barriers down so that we will be judged by the content of our character and not by the color. So who's offended? Is there another opportunity to be offended? Which side we're going to stand on? Where you going to stand? You got to find a firm place to stand. You just got to find a firm place to stand and just stand. Sit still. Thank you all for coming in and clicking on the video. Hello, hello, hello. I appreciate you for being here. I sure appreciate you all for showing up here. And you all have a good day. Thank you for clicking on the video.